All right, I just wanted to make a video quickly for you guys about just some tips that I use to build my business on Facebook. For some of you guys, if you're just getting started, you may want to take little nuggets of this video and start implementing them, but you guys probably have a good warm market at the moment. This is something that I have started doing to grow my network. You guys know I'm not a strong blitzer. I don't typically like to do a ton of parties or expos or things like that, which some of you guys are great at. But this has been a way for me to grow my network. So I'm going to show you, again, don't stress if you don't feel like Facebook is one of your strengths. Just take a few pieces of this and maybe start implementing them into your daily business, but don't feel like you need to do everything that I do on Facebook or on Instagram. So I'm just going to do Facebook today just to kind of show you a little bit. I do plan on doing some more like social media boot camp style things, but let's just do this for now because that's what I have time for. Okay, so the first thing is on this side feed, you'll see these different friends lists. And so you'll see here, It Works Distributors. These are where I put all of you guys or any of my sideline friends. Everyone goes onto this It Works Distributor list. What's cool about this is that I can click on this list and I'm going to see a feed of a bunch of green and black. So if I need some inspiration, if I need an idea for a Facebook post, I can click on this. I'm going to see a whole list of It Works Distributors and what they're posting right now. I have a loyal customer list that I don't use a lot. I'm really bad at updating it, to be honest. But if you guys get good at this, it's a good way to organize a list of your loyal customers. But this potential distributor list is where it's at. This is where I put everyone. Name the list whatever you want. You can create a list up here. I put really anyone that's not already a distributor or a loyal customer of mine, I put on this list. So it may not be people that I'm ready to reach out to. It might not be people that I even really know that well, but everyone goes on that list so I can make sure to interact with them. So I'm going to show you something real cool. When you click on this, it's going to show you a news feed of just your potential distributors, okay? There's probably some people I need to take off of there, but for there is your little news feed. Over here, you can add friends to this list pretty quickly. So, you know, if I wanted to type in someone's name, obviously not going to ask Ashley to be, I'm not going to put her on this list because she is our upline, but you can add people quickly that way if you would like. The cool thing about this, guys, is the algorithm of Facebook is kind of crazy, and it takes a little bit to get used to if you haven't ever done something like this before or used social media in your current job. So the more you interact with specific people, the more Facebook is going to show them your posts. So, for instance, you know, she's actually one of my customers. I need to switch her over. But the more I comment and like her stuff, the more Facebook is going to say, oh, you know, they know each other, they're friends. We should show Michelle more of Alyssa's stuff. So that's why this list is important, especially as you start adding people that maybe you don't know very well, because it makes sure that you interact with them. And they might not always like your It Works stuff, but if you're interacting with them, Facebook is going to show them more of your stuff. So I hope that kind of makes sense. So being very thoughtful on Facebook, not just aimlessly scrolling, maybe liking things and commenting on things that you would normally skip over, that is going to be huge for your business. You guys will notice that the more you interact with other distributors, the more distributors that like your stuff, which is awesome. But if you want to build your business on Facebook, you need other people seeing your stuff too, besides people that are already customers or already distributors. So you can create lists like I showed you. You can add a bunch of people to them using this if you want. But the more I interact with this list, the more those people start showing up in my regular news feed. So a couple times a week, I'll scroll through here. And if I follow some other It Works distributors, occasionally, you know, I'll unfollow you guys, not because I don't love you, but I'll put you on my It Works distributor list so I can still see what you're posting. But the more I clear off some people, the more new people show up in my newsfeed. And when you've got a lot of Facebook friends, this is kind of important to do. So, you know, I also unfollow anyone that's negative or I don't want to follow or they post a lot of inappropriate things or whatever. So I unfollow those people, and you can do that by clicking here. So how do I add people on Facebook? Some of you guys I know aren't sure where to find people or feel uncomfortable adding people that maybe you don't know on a personal basis, but I do it this way. You guys know when you're scrolling, you'll see that little people you may know section. If you actually come to your page and click on friends, you can click here for find friends. It's going to show you this list of people that you might know over here. Oh, sorry, this is showing you current friend requests that you have. So if you've got some pending friend requests that you haven't answered, like me, they're right here. So you can actually search for friends, which is pretty awesome. So let's say I want to find people that live in my city. Okay, these are people I am not already friends with, and there's a list. But I can narrow it down even more. Let's say I want to find people that live in my city but went to my high school. Okay, here's another list. So what I kind of do when I'm going through here to add people, I look for people that I have typically 4 or 5 or more mutual friends with. And let's see, like this person, for instance, I automatically see that she's already friends with one of my distributors. So I'm not going to add her on Facebook. I don't add people that are already friends with people on my team or people on other teams that are distributors. So sometimes, I might go through this whole list and there's no one really good to add, or it would be stepping on someone's toes, and I'm not about that life. But there's so many different filters, guys. You can pick, maybe I want to go to Denver. Let's see what friends I have that live in Denver. And this is not friends that you have in Denver. It would be showing you people that you might know that live in Denver. So you might have 10 friends that know the same person that lives in Denver. So someone like that would show up on this list. So you'll see here, there's 1 or 2 mutual friends, not a whole lot. I don't typically add people that I just have one mutual friend with because I think that's weird. So it just kind of depends, but you can do your high school, you can do mutual friends. So this list kind of automatically generates, but obviously these are 3 girls are distributors on my team, so I'm not going to pick, some people that are mutual friends with them. But, if you think that your cousin would be an amazing distributor and she wants nothing to do with it, you could type her name in and you could find people that you have mutual friends with her or whatever. I don't use this one a whole lot, but colleges, universities, sometimes I'll search Rice University because it's in this area and it will show the alumni or people that currently go there. So you'll see I've got more mutual friends with some of those people. Employers, I've done, if you want to look, let's say today I'm going to look for people in this school district. If you want to find teachers, or if maybe you want to reach out to nurses or whatever, you can filter just a bajillion different ways and find a whole new list of people every time you go through here. I do want to tell you guys that when these people accept my friend requests, I am not spamming them with a message. This is just a way for people to see what I'm doing. It's no different than if I had a store and I was running an ad in the newspaper. Okay, I want people to see it. So this is just a way for people to see my ads over and over and get to know me via Facebook. Okay, so think about it that way and it'll make you feel a little bit more at ease about it. I rarely have people that message me and say, do I know you? It's happened occasionally, maybe once or twice, and typically I just say, we had a bunch of mutual friends in common. No worries, you don't have to add me. And a lot of times they still do. So don't be as scared of what people are going to say, but typically if you're adding people that you have several mutual friends with, they actually will accept you. So the cool thing is, and if you will stick to a schedule of adding people every day like I do, your list of people you may know grows because now you have more friends in common with more people, if that makes sense. So now when I'm scrolling through this part of my news feed and it'll come up and it'll say people you might know, that list is completely different than what it was when I first started adding people on Facebook, because now there's people I have 10 mutual friends with and I don't actually know those 10 people personally. So again, I know this kind of seems a little bit creepy, but I've made some of my best friends just through Facebook and by getting to know each other through social media. But you can start this early and have people watch you as you grow in this business and as your story changes. One of my newest distributors has been watching me for like 6 or 7 months, and it's just someone that's watched me on Facebook, but because of that, we know a little bit about each other's lives. She knows my journey's real. She knows I'm not quitting. She knows I've been doing this for, consistently. She just didn't reach out for, a couple months. So, let's see, what else? Adding mutual friends. Okay, so when people accept my friend request, I usually add people at night, and then the next morning I'll go here to recently added, and you can just scroll over their name and you can actually add to another list. So if, say this girl was a distributor, I could add her to my It Works DTs list, but she's not, so I'm going to put her on my PDTs list. Got it? So every morning I look, see who accepted it, and I put them on that list. So now when I go here, and you can actually look at this feed from your phone, which is awesome. You don't have to do it from your computer once you've made the list, but you can go to this potential distributor list, and I can like and comment and all that stuff on this list. So pretty awesome, right? I choose not to post just a specific list very often, but if you wanted to, you could post specifically to that list. Again, really, unless you have several hundred people on that list, it's not going to be beneficial for you to post just to them, because it's going to get so little interaction that Facebook is pretty much going to drop it to the bottom of their news feed. The more interaction you guys get on stuff, and the more people that like and comment on maybe just a picture of your dog, the more those people are going to see the pictures of your business. They might not be as well liked, but the point of Facebook is to get lots of interaction on your personal posts, so that way they'll see your business post. So that's why we say, you don't want a black and green news feed. You want to be personal, and you want to be funny or motivating to keep people engaged. The last thing I was going to tell you guys is that when you're going to add people on Facebook, a good thing for you to do is to go through your newsfeed and kind of see what it looks like, and see which of your posts are public and which of them are set to friends only. So let's say, okay, you see this picture. It has really nothing to do with It Works. I've got my little, my wristband on, but that's it. So I could actually make this public. So that way when I'm sending friend requests and they look at my page, that's the first thing that they're going to see. This is I'm welcome to new distributor. That's friends only. So they're not going to see that until they accept my friend request. These Hootsuite posts, I think I have set to, let's see, that one shows public now. So I'm going to switch that to put friends only. Same with this one. Not because I'm ashamed of what I do, obviously, but because I don't want them to feel like they're going to be sold something. Because when they accept my friend request, I'm not going to try to sell them something. I'm just going to let them watch me. So get in the habit of doing some of these things now. Even if you're adding people you actually do know, get in the habit of doing this, because eventually you might want to grow your Facebook following. And this one, I can make that public. It's not super salesy or whatever. But get in the habit of doing this, and it will make it much easier once you are actually adding people that you don't know extremely well. The other thing I would say is be consistent with it, because I'm just now talking to people that I added 3 or 4 months ago. And don't get me wrong, there's some people I add and they message me in a couple of days, but a lot of people don't know you, so they're going to watch your journey a little bit. So don't do it for 2 or 3 months and add all these people and then stop posting on Facebook and just decide that didn't work, because a lot of people don't know you. They don't trust you. You've got to build a relationship with them. So I'm so glad that even though I maybe didn't get immediate results by just adding people on Facebook, I stuck with it, because eventually I feel like I'm going to get into a consistent cycle of talking to new leads because they've been watching my journey for so long. So again, friends only. All these are friends only because I've been posting a lot about It Works. Haven't been alternating near as much as I normally do, but here we go. That can be public, so on and so forth. Make this public. So there you go. I hope those are some tips that help you guys. Clearly, my computer is on low battery, so I'm going to let you go, but just wanted to share that with you, and we'll do some more social media boot camp stuff coming up here soon. Talk to you guys later.